Hello, everyone, and welcome to Burn the Ship, the podcast that helps entrepreneurs go all in on their business, and we introduce them to professionals that can help them to do so. Today, we have a very special guest, Bobby, with Premier Fitness. How you doing today, Bobby?
I'm doing well, Roderick. Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely, man. We're so happy to have you here. I'm just eager to learn more about the fitness and some of the things that you're doing with nutrition. But before we get into that, why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey and how you've gotten to where you are now?
Yeah. Thank you so much. So it all started, I've been very active my entire life, ever since I could remember, just always being outside. My father had a heart attack whenever I was 6 years old, and that really just kind of stuck with me and just really put me on the path towards health. My grandfather also ended up having a heart attack when I was about 12 or 13. They both lived, luckily, but that really just sort of pounded home like, hey, like I need to stay on top of my health. It's really important to me. And I started doing running on the weekends with my grandmother, and it really just kept playing sports. And then by the time I got to high school, I was always just the skinny kid. I was a really good runner. I knew I loved exercise and fitness, but I didn't really know what to make out of it. And so by the time I graduated high school, I discovered resistance training, and I really loved it, fell in love with it. And so running kind of took a back seat a little bit.
Mm-hmm. The resistance, is that the bands? That's what you mean?
Resistance training, weight training, lifting weights.
Oh, weights. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so just weightlifting, essentially.
I got you.
So once I discovered weightlifting, went to college, Mississippi State University, and was started studying in a degree for kinesiology, or exercise science, easy way to put it.
Yes.
And then from there, it just kind of grew. The more I started studying, the more I started learning. I was like, wow, I could really see myself making a career out of this, helping other people, reach whatever their goals are, while also learning how to keep myself healthy and whatnot. And I just graduated in 2017 with a degree in exercise science.
Okay. Well, good. You're in the SEC, so, it's all good. I know you're over here in Georgia. A lot of Georgia, Alabama's over there at that table over there. But so once you finished up school, you got your degree in exercise science. Where did you go from there? Did you go work for a company, or did you dive straight into your entrepreneurial life? Tell us about that after you graduated.
Yeah, great. So I initially moved from Starkville, Mississippi to Peachtree City, Georgia, and I started working with a local gym called Go Performance and Fitness, and I learned a lot. Really great gym. We were more so specializing in helping youth athletes in middle school, high school, just get prepared for collegiate athletics, so trying to get those scholarships and whatnot. And while also we were helping just general population clients lose weight, gain muscle, all that stuff. And so I basically went straight from college into more of a sport performance gig with a local gym in Georgia.
Okay. Was that your only stop, or when was the business formed in relationship to you working with that company?
Yeah, so I went from that gym in Peachtree City. I briefly took a job down in Florida as a group fitness instructor. Won't really get into that, but I learned some things about what I didn't want to do as far as a career.
Yes.
But it was that job down in Florida, Fort Myers, that I decided to take the leap into entrepreneurship. And I'd always known I wanted to have my own business, but it just came a lot sooner than I anticipated.
Yeah. Now, one of my questions that I asked Bobby, which you led into it, and it's going to be a little bitty, I always ask, was there an event that happened that made you say, you know what, I'm going to go all in on my business and go forward from there and burn the ship? Now, this sounds like some events in Florida. What helped push you over the edge there? I know you don't want to go too deep into it, but was it just an event that happened with them that said, hey, I can do it myself better than this? Is that what happened?
Yes. I mean, keeping it professional. Long story short, I was tired of making someone else money and ragging myself down to the bone, waking up at 3 a.m., going to bed at 10 p.m. every night. And it just, the culture wasn't right and with that job, and I just it wasn't right for me, essentially.
Gotcha.
And I learned that very quickly early on down there.
So that happens a lot. A lot of times, part of the story that we hear, they're in corporate or working with someone and they didn't like the culture or they didn't like what was going on, so they ventured out and they started their own thing. So that's what you did with Premier. And tell us a little bit about the services or products that you offer with your current business. How are you helping people?
Yeah, excellent. So I'm technically a hybrid coach. So what that means is I have online clients that are essentially strictly online. They could be in any state as long as they have an internet connection, of course. I can deliver nutrition protocols based around what their goal is. Obviously, training programs, as long as they have experience working out previously. It's not safe if someone would be new to fitness and they're trying to hire me as an online client. That's just not safe.
I gotcha.
So that is one offering, is completely online fitness and nutrition programs. Whereas the hybrid part comes in if someone lives here locally in the Atlanta area. I have the classic Bowflex adjustable dumbbells, some resistance bands, and some other equipment that I can just travel with. And I'll go work out clients in their garage or at their apartment gym, or I'll even do it in someone's front yard. Essentially. So I love the versatility aspect of my business, where I could be in someone's garage or apartment gym, giving them results in person, while also being able to deliver nutrition and fitness advice to someone who might be in Michigan or somewhere far away.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. Now that does a great job of creating the framework of what it is that you're doing. Give us a picture or a clearer picture on what that ideal client looks like. Do you have a specific client that you're looking to try to reach and help with your services?
Yes, so preferably women over 30 battling either autoimmune disorders such as Hashimoto's, excuse me, or like Crohn's disease, or any just hard to figure out cases that have really struggling to reach their goals. Of course, I love working with just regular people who are overweight or even underweight trying to gain weight.
Okay.
I just love the hard to figure out client cases where someone who is just out of answers, out of options, and they don't really know where to go.
Okay. And with us, we met via networking. And of course, we want to send you over that ideal client that you just described, but we are probably more likely to send over referral partners. And what I mean, our business is credit card processing. So great referral partners for us are bookkeepers, CPAs, even those web developers, software developers. Who's a good referral partner for you to send you over opportunities?
Yeah, excellent question. So dietitians are really, really great referral sources for me, as well as other personal trainers even, believe it or not. So dietitians, they can practice medical nutrition therapy. So if someone has type 2 diabetes or Hashimoto's, they can prescribe, quote, quote, like a diet that fits that person's needs. And then therefore I can work with that client from there to kind of like, okay, this is what they mean. This is how we implement it. And then other personal trainers, if they don't have experience working with like the really tough client cases, then that's where they could potentially refer them to me and I could help them sort of get the results they need. So to answer your question, Roderick, dietitians and personal trainers.
Okay, excellent. We'll keep an eye out for those because, like I say, we're out and about networking all the time. And for the entrepreneurs that are watching the show today, if you hear anyone that fits that framework for Bobby when it comes to target clients and or if it comes to referral partners, please give them a shout. Now, Bobby, over your career in school, life, running, was it cross country that you were running, or was it one of those 16?
Just recreational.
Just running. You were just a runner to be running. You're awesome, Bobby. Through the time, going to school, going to Mississippi, having that experience inside of your career, you have gained and acquired some skills, and you've nurtured those skills. Do you mind sharing with us so the entrepreneurs can hear a couple of those skills that you've acquired over time?
Yeah, excellent. So first thing is just building relationships with people, whether it be a client to coach relationship. Like you have to get to know them and who they are. They're not just a revenue stream. Like, hey, like what's this person's life? Like, what are they doing? How are they living? Like, are they constantly stressed out, or are they actually relatively stress free? Like, they are a person and not just, a client on a spreadsheet. So really just building relationships has been a great skill that I've acquired over time, being an entrepreneur. And it's just really been valuable to be able to kind of just learn on the fly, essentially. And then empathy as well. Being able to empathize. Some people, they have it tough. They have they're trying their best to get whatever health goal that they have going on, and it seems like everything in life is kind of going against them at the same time. And I have to be able to put myself in their shoes to be able to, like, okay, like, how can we work through this? Like, how can I, if I were in their shoes, what would I do?
Yes. Well, that's good. I mean, because what you do is personal. It's one of those things where I am essentially submitting to you that, I have a problem when it comes to my health or my nutrition or something in my mental, and I'm coming to you to help. And it's good to know, that you empathize with my situation, and I don't feel as if you're judging me from the get-go. It's a good skill to have, and that's a good thing for the entrepreneurs that are watching today to add to their mix. So we appreciate you sharing about your journey, about your business and how you're helping people with their fitness, and definitely those skills that can help the business owners. So the next part I want to go into is, let's just say you are able to get all of your goals, your business goals accomplished, and you are getting people on their fitness plans and they're working on their nutrition, and you have some time to yourself. What is it that Bobby would like to do to help keep a good work-life balance?
Oh, man. Honestly, just being outside. I love to hike. I love being outdoors. A perfect day for me, wake up, go on a good hike, and then just watch some college football or other sports, really. I'm a laid-back guy.
My man.
Hail State, Mississippi State, Georgia's my number 2 team.
Okay.
They always have been. But really just be outdoors, get some fresh air, get some exercise in, and if I can, just, watch some sports.
Tell me, what is the most interesting place or destination that you hiked in? What place comes to your mind first when you say, "Oh, I remember that hike"? Where was that?
Yeah. So me and a couple buddies went to Colorado a few years ago, and we were staying in Denver, but we rented a car and we went up to Boulder. And there was just, I can't remember the name of the hike, but it was about a 5-mile loop trail. We drove up to a mountain, parked, and then we still kept hiking up.
Okay.
So it was a big elevation change. We got up to about 8,000 feet, I want to say, but that's probably the most memorable hike because it ended on a mountain shelf, essentially. Like, you could look out and you could see the plain of Colorado.
Okay.
You could see, like, Denver in the distance and Boulder. It was very stunning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. It's always good, like I said, we have to have a good work-life balance, or we should strive to have that, because we work so hard in our business that we want to be able to enjoy life from doing it. So we definitely appreciate that. Now, the entrepreneurs that are watching today, how can they get in contact with you if they have questions about their health, their nutrition, or some of those skills that you shared today?
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Obviously, Facebook is just my name, Bobby Keenum. You should be able to pull me up on my profile. Instagram, it's one from I made when in high school, early college. So the name still stuck. It's B_town_Bob. So just B-Town Bob on Instagram. And then my email is Bobby Keenum, KEENUM 341@gmail.com. And I respond fairly quickly with email as well.
Okay. Awesome. Now, we appreciate you coming on, sharing about yourself, your business, and, peeling back the onion. Let us know a little bit more about yourself. What we want to do is honor you for coming on today and give you the last word. So please look over there at that camera and tell the people something good.
Yes. So again, thank you so much, Roderick, for letting me come on the show. And if I could just say one thing today to everybody that's listening is, no matter what you're doing, whether it's for working out or nutrition related or even business related, is doing something is always better than nothing. Whether it is you could only get 5% effort that day, it's still better than 0%. Or 75% is always going to beat 0%. Long story short, something will always be better than nothing.
Hey, y'all heard them. Get out there and do something, basically. So we definitely appreciate you coming on today and sharing with us. We truly do appreciate it, Bobby. Thank you so much.